The Speedwell Tavern in downtown Plymouth is a favorite comfort food haven for tourists and locals, and Julie Thompson checked in with owner Jordan Chabot to get his perspective on business as unusual.
Jordan Chabot, it is so nice to have you today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well,
Awesome.
it's great. Now, you have a hugely popular restaurant in downtown Plymouth called Speedwell Tavern. And a lot of people don't know where the essence of that name came from. Can you tell us that story?
Absolutely. I knew I was going to be involved in this project about 8 or 9 years ago. There weren't all the restaurants there are now, but there was still some good ones, new ones popping up. And we wanted to sort of celebrate the alternative history of the pilgrims coming over here. A lot of people don't realize that the Mayflower had a sister ship, and the name of that ship was the Speedwell. But it never made it. It broke down a couple times. It was taking on a lot of water, and they actually had to dock in Plymouth, England to leave the ship there. And then the pilgrims eventually left from Plymouth, England instead of Dartmouth. And that's why this town is called Plymouth. If it wasn't for the leaky, crappy Speedwell, we would be called Southampton, I think. Massachusetts, pretty wild. So
wow.
we're a little
Speedwell
off
was
the cuff
actually
and
the
left
name
in the
of a ship. The ship
Correct.
that didn't make it, the sister ship to the Mayflower. Wow, I did not know that. Interesting. Thank you. Now, what kind of food and drink do people normally go to Speedwell Tavern for? What are you known for?
We've been voted South Shore's best wings, I think 5 years in a row now. So we're definitely a chicken wing place. Boneless wings, everything's always fresh. And our burgers are super underrated. It might sound common, but we like to think we do common fare in a high quality, kind of fun way, little alternative, so.
And I know your portions are very generous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is fun. We want people comfortable and full.
Yes, okay. Restaurants are one of the industries that are hardest hit by the need for social distancing. How have you had to adapt to the pandemic, and how are you practicing social distancing and sanitation, etc.?
Well, our kitchen's really small, so our guys are in there. It's not much surface space to clean, but it gets beat up a lot. So they've been cleaning, full sanitation every day. I have one person on the bar wearing a mask, answering the phone, sanitizing pens. It's crazy. And then we have a little takeout area. My dining room is now a waiting room. So we have, the quintessential paint spots on the ground, 6 feet apart, everything, hand sanitizer everywhere you look. Even to-go sanitizer wipes. We're trying to keep it as safe as possible and take advantage of the privilege of being able to at least serve takeout. So.
Right. And thank you for doing that. For the restaurants that can do that, it's wonderful. And I know that some simply couldn't. Now, how has your actual business, volume-wise, dollar-wise, been affected, percentage-wise?
Well, a large part of our profit is based on our sales of beer and alcohol and liquor. And now that we're not doing that, where our profit margin is almost none. We're breaking even with paying the rent. We keep the lights on, and most importantly, keeping my staff paid. And that's what we really cared about the whole time. But yeah, it's hurt us. We're not making any money. The owners aren't making any money. We're not investing. We're not growing. And we had our best week ever the week before quarantine. So yeah, talk about getting the rug pulled out from underneath.
Right. But look at your smiley face. You're actually keeping up with your attitude is just wonderful. Now, you have to purchase a lot of meats for your business. With the meat shortage that's going on, is that affecting even your vendors that are providing you with the food that you prepare for your customers?
Yeah, a little bit. Prices are definitely going up. We aren't able to buy the same exact products, so some of our menu items aren't as consistent as we were when we were open before all this. But it's honestly, we've been doing okay. I think because our menu's so simple and we really limited it, we dumbed it down quite a bit. We're only serving about 40% of what we used to. So we've been able to adapt and make it happen. Sometimes we run out of things, but I think, like you said, most people are just thankful that we're open, and Absolutely. They'll kind of take what we got,
Right, exactly. And people are really happy to support local businesses. I know anyone who can does. Now, there's dozens of retailers, restaurants, and bars in the downtown Plymouth. How have the business community worked together to support each other? And I know you're a big advocate of that.
They're all my favorite drinking buddies, so I have to stay on their good side. But we've all been working together. I mean, we've swapped inventory based on what we're selling. We're trying to stagger our takeout days so we're not all open on the same day, kind of cannibalizing each other. It's just we all check in on each other. We borrow things. Me and Tatum from Craft Beer Cellar got a promo going on together on Thursdays, which is indefinite until this ban is lifted. So I don't know. We've always had an awesome relationship, but I think you really see when people are contested and they're not doing well, if they're still getting along and pulling for each other instead of it being cut through, it shows the character of all the people down here. Plymouth's the best. I'll say it till my voice goes out. Plymouth's the best.
Yeah, it's really an unusually amazing town. It truly
Really
is. Now, what has the response been from your community, from your patrons, from the people that love to go to Speedwell?
I've always said Speedwell's functioned and we got a great amount. We're always busy, but we have this core of about 25, 30 people. We have our mug club, these loyal regulars. I don't even like using the word patron or customer. They're guests, so they're family members. Mm-hmm. And they've been here almost every day. We've had one regular, Lauren, she started a GoFundMe for my staff. We've had musicians raise money on Venmo, playing in their homes for my staff because they just miss playing with them. The tips have been exorbitant. They come and bring cookies, they bring t-shirts, they miss us and we miss them too. And I get emotional even thinking about, we opened this to get to know people and get close to people. And we really did that. These people are part of my family. I wish I could just put them on payroll or something, They just feel like they're really a part of this. It's awesome.
That is just so wonderful. And everyone in town that's friends with you on Facebook or social media knows that you do have two families. You have your own family and you have your family of people that work with you. And you actually have a third family, and that's the family of all your customers, clients, patrons, friends that will stick with you through thick or thin, and you stick with them. And again, that's what makes Plymouth character so great. And as things slowly open up, as the governor slowly allows things to begin to open again, what kind of plans are you making to be able to, until there is a vaccine or a cure for COVID-19, knowing the new reality will not be exactly the same as it has been in the past, what plans are you making to try to adjust to that?
Well, we've already done a lot of that because we are getting people in the building. We're making sure the kitchen is sanitary and my staff is up to date. We've all taken a training, which is free on servesafe.com for anybody out there that'd like to be up to speed with COVID food handling. But other than that, we're just kind of waiting on what the parameters are going to be. We've heard some rumors here and there. It's still not going to be profitable or a functional way for this business to operate, but it's something. It's a move in the right direction. And, even if we don't make money, at least it's a good way to start flexing that muscle. So when we are back to fully open, we're doing it as safe, careful, and the way it should be done.
Right.
So we're going to take advantage of it. We're waiting for Governor Baker to give us the green light and give us sort of a timetable and what the rules are going to be. And we'll move forward with that. But until then, sanitize, wash your hands, sanitize, wash your hands.
Yeah, wear your mask, where's your mask? Yeah, right. And eventually there will be a vaccine. Eventually there will be a cure, because that's what happens to these things. And at that point, do you foresee you going back to full gangbusters the way you were before?
I have to. I owe it to the people that have supported me through this when we weren't 100%. I got to give them everything they want and what they miss, and it's going to be the same exact way that it was before this. I'm going to make sure of it. I owe them that, and I am going to work tirelessly to make sure we get to that point.
Well, Jordan, you are just a pleasure to talk to. You are a pleasure to interact with. You are always positive. You are always with a smile on your face, and you are always with great thoughts for other people. I want to thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck to you. And we shall get through this together. And I agree with you. Plymouth is pretty cool.
Julie, thank you so much, and thank you for all the kind words. You made my day. I'm going to run through a wall now.
Okay, thanks, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Thank you.